In this video, we're going to see how we can generate terrain using a height map. Now, height maps are basically black and white images that you can apply in Blender, and you can use them for many reasons, for many purposes, also in materials. But in this case, we're going to use an object. So let's get everything started from the beginning. And so I'm going to go here and create a new general file. First of all, I'm going to get rid of this cube and then add an image on a plane. But before we need a plane, of course, and we also can dimension this in terms of width and height, and it needs to match the dimension of the image that you're going to bring in. So it could be like a little bit large or a little bit thinner, and so you can adjust this. Okay, let's leave it like this. Now, before we continue, you also have another tool which is interesting for generating terrains in Blender, and you can access this tool by going into the Preferences, Add-ons, search for Landscape, and here you can see that it's activated, but otherwise you need to check this box, and it's going to be available then if you go to Add Mesh and go to the landscape right here. So this one is a generator of landscape. And if you want, there is another video guide dedicated to this. And if you're interested in landscape design, architecture, interior design, you can check the video course in the channel dedicated to this. So I will continue here, and I need to get an image. I need to apply an image here. Now, again, you can do this with a material, but it's easier to go with the modifier. So if I click on the modifier properties right here, I can go to Add Modifier, select the Displace modifier. Now, this is going to add the displacement effect, but nothing will be visible yet because we need an image. So right now we don't have it. We need a texture. So I need to click here on New, and this is going to create a new texture. Now, if I go down in this panel, all the way down here, you can see that this texture is completely black, which means it doesn't have extruded parts, because extrusion it will be represented by white, and the non-extruded part will be represented by black parts. So we don't have anything at the moment. Now, I already have some, and then I will show you how you can get it. But essentially, if you already have a height map, you can go here and go to Open and select the folder. So you can see here, I already have this one here saved from Wikipedia. I'm going to show you how you can get it. So I can apply this, and now should work, but it doesn't. Why? Because we don't have enough subdivisions for this effect. So when you create a plane like this, it only has one face. So we need a lot of faces, a lot of polygons. And to do this, we need to switch from object mode to edit mode, and then start to subdivide. So right click and use subdivide. And then if you go here, you can increase the number of cuts. So these now are 10. Again, right click, subdivide again, increase more, right click, subdivide, increase. Don't add too many polygons, because it probably will crash. So this number of polygons, it's enough for this example. But if you want more quality, you need to increase it more. Now let's go back to object mode and look at this. We have the displacement effect. There you go. So you can adjust this by in many ways, actually. So you can go here and adjust the proportion. So this is a square image, so I would probably use more of a one-to-one proportion. And also you can adjust here in the item panel with the Z, so you can have more or less Z extrusion. So you can see here, we can see rivers, mountains, and all of this stuff. Now I'm going to show you where to get this image. This type of image, again, is called height map. So you can search for height map in Google, search by images, and you will find a lot of those. So again, white means extrusion, black means no extrusion. So you can also generate like logos and a lot of stuff using these. Now, the one that I've chosen, if you go into tools, go to Creative Commons license, is this one here, which is kind of a, I think, hand painted height map. So you can do it yourself if you want. You can paint gray areas, black areas, white areas, and so on. So you find all the information here. This is a really high quality image, by the way. So this is important for the details. So you need to increase subdivisions, as well as you need to have a lot of pixels if you want to have the highest quality. So you can find here the author, all the information, the license is CC0, so you can use it, no problem. Now another thing you can do is create your own height maps. And how can you do that? Well, using an height map generator. So if I go here to the results, one of the first results is Tangram Heightmapper, which is an excellent tool to do height maps. So if I go here, Tangram Heightmapper, you can see this is an image, a black and white image that I've taken to create another landscape, but you can create whatever image. Now it starts, let me show you here. If I go and click here, it starts with the whole world. So you can also get the whole world and create your PNG height map. Otherwise, you can zoom in. So for example, let's go here in the Everest area or Himalaya. So if you zoom in, it's gonna start to detect that part is gonna increase the resolution if you just wait a little bit. Okay, then when you're ready, you can go here and say, okay, I wanna use auto exposure, or I wanna adjust it myself. So by changing the contrast, the white areas, the black areas, you will change the end result. And you have other stuff here you can turn on, turn off, like roads and locations and things like that. We don't really need that. We just, you can also use the render multiplier here. And you can render these. And there you go. So you have a really, really big size. So let's decrease this, and you can also do export. So let's call this Himalaya and save it. And there you go. Now you have it in your computer. I can close this down. Let's go back in here. And so all I need to do now is to change it, or I can just repeat the operation. So I'm going to go to add, mesh, plane, then go to edit mode, increase subdivisions many times. Also continue to click subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. Okay, when you're ready, let's go back to object mode, scale this, like it's gonna be a little bit rectangle like this, and then let's create a new texture. Let's add a modifier, sorry, and create displace, add a new texture, or you can click here and get the texture that are already there. So I can assign the second texture I created, which is empty right now. So I'm gonna go here, select the texture, open, select the image of the Himalaya mountains here, and there you go. Now there are other ways you can adjust this. Now you can do it with the texture itself. If you go here into colors, you can decrease the contrast. So the less contrast, the less there will be a difference between the highest part and the lowest part. Or I can do it also here in the modifier. I can adjust the strength, and the mid level is gonna like puts everything higher or lower. Well, that's basically it. Now, you can adjust it also from here. You can right click and also try to smooth, shade smooth is going to be more smoothed. And then everything depends on the quality of the image and the number of subdivisions. But that's it. That's how you can do it. Now you can also test it here with the render engine. Let me increase the strength. There you go. So it looks way better. And that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to stay updated for more videos about Blender, about creating terrains, about architecture, interiors, and so on. And if you want, you can also join as a supporter if you want to support us. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next.